Hey, what's up, everyone? I am here for two reasons. One, to show you the Buck 371 pocket knife. It is a Stockman style. And not only am I here to show you this, but in a few minutes I'm going to tell you how I got this really cheap. You're going to want to hear this. But anyway, just for some of the basics, this is a traditional Stockman. Has a drop point blade, a sheep's foot, and a spey blade, just under 4 inches long, closed. Actually, right at about 4 inches closed. Okay, this blade comes in at around 2 7/8 from the top of the handle. That's usually where I measure them, because where I live, they don't really care about the where the actual cutting edge starts, because it's 2.5 if you measure there. They go right to the handle. It's easier to limit your freedom that way. Yeah. Sheep's foot blade, just about 2 inches. Actually, a little over if you're doing it by the handle, like 2 1/8. And then the spey blade, which I find kind of interesting because it's a little different than some of the spey blades on my other knives. The profile's a little different, and this is also just about 2 inches. And this is made out of 420 stainless steel. Pretty nice knife. It has a really good feel to it, good fit and finish. Yeah, right back here, everything is nice and smooth. Everything fits the way it's supposed to. And with the exception of the spey blade, the blades all came out pretty easy right from the get-go. I know I've had some lower quality knives like the Imperial Shrades. You know, they had for the money. They're good for the money, but they're kind of tough to open. Even after I've oiled them and tried to break it in a little bit, they're still a little problematic. But this was good from the very first day. Just the spey blade's a little tough, but it's okay. It's not bad. I'm noticing that most of these knives have the wood handle. This one does have the jigged bone, and I'm really impressed with, like I said, with the edges here. If you had your eyes closed, you wouldn't even realize there's a seam there. It just fits perfectly, which is kind of surprising for the price. Now, I went to the Buck website, and these are about $34 MSRP, and I saw similar. Well, this knife was $20 at Walmart. Went on Amazon, they had one with the wood handles for $30, and I said, okay, that's kind of crazy. I'll just get it at Walmart. So what I did was I went online, went to walmart.com because I was a little busy. I figured I'd buy it on the website, and I would just go to the curbside and they can bring it out to me. When I went to go do the curbside, the knife wasn't $20 online. It was $13. So I saved $7 getting it online, and you figure sales tax on that, which in my state's about 50 cents. So I saved $7.50 getting it online. So it was quicker for me to get, more convenient, and $7.50 cheaper. It's tough to beat that, which kind of leads me to a secondary piece of advice for you. If you're going to buy anything at Walmart, whether it's a knife or anything else, if you can buy it online, check the online price, because I'm telling you, it's crazy. They'll have something in the store for $20, and then you can get online for $13. I'm telling you, if you're going to buy something, check online. Now, as far as the sharpness on this, it is pretty sharp. Not one of the sharpest knives I've ever gotten by any means, but it definitely, all three blades came with a nice edge. I noticed that the sheep's foot didn't seem quite as sharp, but it was still good. I'm happy with it. No problems from me. The thing I'm really impressed by, and I don't have calipers with me right now, is the thickness of the spine. I really like the thickness of the spine. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap on you or anything when you're cutting. It feels like a real tool should feel. It feels really well made, and I've read some reviews on this, and it's kind of funny to hear people complaining, saying they don't want this. They're not buying any more 371s because they're making them in China, which I'm not a big fan of. Them making them in China. I'd actually rather pay 10 or 15 more and buy them here. But I have to tell you, it does. You can't really tell it's like a Chinese-made knife, especially for the price point. You know, my wife was really impressed at the price level. When I told her it was $1, she's like, "Wow, $1? That's really cheap." Kidding, joking. But really, good knife if you want to get one, though. But I would definitely get it online and pick it up at your Walmart. I'm telling you, $13. How can you go wrong with this for $13? Tough to beat, sharp out of the box. You got 3 blades, nicely finished. I mean, perfectly smooth right here. Sometimes I see these spacers back here, the locks a little, especially around here, they'll be kind of like out of time a little bit, and they're a little rough. Doesn't affect the knife, but just kind of not the way it should be. Now with this one's great. And like I said, the handles are great. The pins for the scales, sometimes they seem like they're a little uneven or stuff, but this one's really finished well. It does not feel like, if you look at it, sometimes you'll see like the shrades. I think the shrades look pretty good for like $10 knives. This one looks good, but if you have it in your hand and you're just kind of feeling it, it feels like a more expensive knife. And like I said, the thickness of the spine on the knives, the sharpness, it's a really good knife to have. So I would pick it up for 20, but I'd really pick it up for 13. And in case you're wondering, they also have a couple of other ones. I have my eye on the Deuce, the Buck Deuce. It's a little tiny knife, so I think they want $11 for that. So that's right up my alley. I mean, especially if it's made like this one is. All right, guys. I will see you later. Do something fun. Buy some knives and guns. All right, talk to you later.